come to my page because of this, ask yourself why I started that one video with the police showing up there, right? First of all, that was some totally other stuff. The liberals called the police on me. That's why the police were there. That's why I was like having to, like, I'm playing both sides, okay? Like, I'm trying to like unite you guys, but I'm definitely playing both sides and I'm baiting them. And I keep saying that in my videos. Don't fall for my bait, let them fall for the bait, because the bait's for them, the bait's for the mainstream and alternative media. They're all the same people. Alex Jones is mainstream media now. No one else watches TV anymore. So we'll see here in this video what that David Duke has reported on me, and he took the most select thing out of there. And he took the largest piece of bait I could offer. So that is why I offer that piece of bait, because that bait shuts down the argument. When they say Jesus is a Jew, and they don't want to describe to you that maybe that Jews were stealing the so-called Jews are stealing our history from us. It shuts it down because they're like, oh yeah, wait a minute, he looks kind of like that guy. Maybe he is, right? So I use this over and over, and it does shut people down. They can't, for some reason, they don't respond to that very well. So let's just get straight to it, right? So if you haven't seen my first video here, this is like hardcore super bait. After this, if you watch my other videos, you'll see I continue to follow how it started is I confronted Kaitlin Bennett, and I said that we know that Alex Jones' children are Jewish because the mother is Jewish, and that's the key to the whole thing. And then David Duke, of course, covers that up when he is doing anything. When he had his several-hour conversation with Alex Jones, he didn't confront Alex Jones directly about his Jewish kid. Neither did I, but I wasn't so deep I didn't know. And David Duke knows. We've told him before. I mean, he's so deep into this. He knows this stuff. So, yeah, let's go through this. This is the bait right here. He took it. The largest piece of bait.
Jewish. We're going to take over America and put the government and the elite in prison and take all their assets.
What are you?
And take all their assets. See, I'm telling Kaitlin Bennett right here that we're going to put Alex Jones in InfoWars in prison. I'm telling her that we are going to seize their assets, like InfoWars and the government's assets, and put them in prison, right? And so you know who I'm talking about when I'm talking about we're going to seize the media owners' assets. We're talking about the shadow government, right? Whatever you want to call it. You got all those names, and you got to be safe when you say stuff. Hopefully these cars aren't too loud. I didn't know this was a busy street. I'm going to turn back and go back down the other way, I think. Hold on. Yeah, that's probably the best idea. There's cars packed up down that way. Okay, so that was the whole point of this thing. So anyone new to this channel getting sent here because of me, I was out there running for presidency. They aren't going to cover that and show you that. They don't cover anything. I've been attacking David Duke for years, and I showed in my other videos that he knows more than he's telling you, because me and several other people, and maybe even more than that, because I've seen a couple myself, were telling David Duke the inconsistencies to his stories and stuff. You can see that in my video, which one that is. I just woke up, so been on a lot of lack of sleep the last couple days. My body thinks when I took all those sleeping pills that's going to make up for it. But anyways, yeah, so here's the rest. Yeah, and here's the rest. The rest is the bait, because they're not going to cover me, get in their faces saying that it's time to put them in prison, trying to put the media owners in prison, seize the government's assets, seize the media owner assets. That is exactly what I'm talking about. So here is the bait, the biggest piece of bait, and they bought it. I've never been told I'm Jewish, just so you know. Never been told once. Hey, look, we got a Jew star right here, but I'm pretty sure that's a Crip. These are the Crips right in these over here. But anyways, so yeah, here we go.
I'm talking about.
You're white.
What have I
Paying
done?
taxes for these people to murder for the last 100+ years, 60 years in the Middle
Just because I'm white, I don't have any part in that.
Oh, really? Why are you living on?
You look pretty white to me.
I look kind of Jewish. We're going to take over America and put the government and the elite in prison and take all their assets.
What are you even talking about?
You're white.
What have I
Paying
done?
taxes for these people to murder for the last 100+ years, 60 years in the Middle
Just because I'm white, I don't have any part in that.
Oh, really?
See, look, he is, I was out there for like, you can see in my videos, I've got like 2 hours there. You know, I think 1 hour of it might be uploaded. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just 1 hour. I did have a bit more after that, and not everything turned out great on the recordings, but he's playing you this like 7-second feedback loop. It's because, and he's clearly like, wait a minute, why is he taking this video? Because, like wherever he's taking this video from, it shows that they have a longer unedited version. You can tell that they've edited to create this 7-second clip that they've created to loop. They had to edit at least one time to meld the words together in the way he wanted it to turn out. See, that's what he's doing. See, that's why I give you unedited videos. You know, all the mistakes, all the whatever, you know, oops, I accidentally sneezed or coughed. There is no editing in any of my videos, really. I've edited like once or twice, and it's just like bourgeois. So, I mean, if I'm going to spend all day editing, then I can't do anything else. Like, it's bad enough I can't do anything else because they cause so many problems anyways. So, these people have crews of people to edit stuff and manipulate stuff to make things look different. The whole point of that comment where I'm calling Kaitlin Bennett white. First of all, I'm not realizing at this point that Kaitlin Bennett's fiance is right beside her, and he looks exactly like one of the so-calleds. And you can see in my later video that happened after this, I'm following them around, asking them, and he's like getting all scared and stuff. I'm just like, say you aren't Jewish. Say you aren't Jewish. And he won't. He's like, I'm Italian. He said, I'm Italian first, but then once I started saying, say you aren't Jewish, he just got scared and he wouldn't say he's not Jewish. It's like, why won't you say you're not Jewish? Like, at least say, hey, I don't know if I'm Jewish if you don't know, right? It's like me, I don't know everyone who came from my family. Hell, I don't even believe in that type of stuff, really. I believe our spirits are just whatever's going on in this world. I wasn't there when I was born. I know that much. I don't remember when I was born, so I can't confirm to you any of that. But the people around me have never told me that. I'm just using this as bait, and you'll see every time every time I'm at one of these protests, people approach me, and that can shut it down really fast. Like I had a Dave character, I think, or something. I'm not sure who it was, but he was all up in my face like he was going to hit me or something, and so I used the same thing. And I'm kind of doing that to see how they respond to it as well. But like I said, like I always say, never do anything for one thing. So I'm doing that for a lot of reasons. And then the main thing is that I'm doing that to bait people because it protects me. First of all, saying that would protect me from cops. If the cops come along or something and they want to start making up their own laws and rules for what I can and can't do, as they often do, then I can make up my own rules too. Like magically, today I'm Jewish, right? It's like, oh, you can't persecute me. So that's what's going on here. Thank you guys for showing this to me, that they did cover it. I'll try to scoop up the InfoWars version of what they released. Hold on, we got a little doggy. What's up, doggy? Woof. Woof. What's up? So, okay, yeah, it might be a little loud for a second here or something. Woof. I'm back to the loud area. I'm gonna go back the way I came from though. Okay, so of course I'll be at the loud area for a while now. The dog's right here. I think he just wants me to like pet him or something though. But you can't be too sure. So I'd like to keep my hands for today. Okay, so that was bait. That was completely bait. That was the largest piece of bait I have placed in this. And I said at first, the main reason for that was bait. Now the main reason for that is protection. If the cops come out, then I can use that as protection. Like I said, like they aren't gonna be like, oh, he's persecuting himself. You know, so let's put him in jail for that. They aren't gonna do that. So we have that. They're picking up on it these days. But hold on, man, we got cops. We got cops. Talking about cops persecuting people, dude. Who knows what they're up to. Let me grab a drink here while I'm waiting for the cops to go away. Sorry, guys. It's like something after something, though, ain't it? Ain't it really? Let's try this tamarind stuff. See what this tastes like. I swear, I don't think I've had like water since I've been here, man. Because I've just had to drink so much. And there's no like cold water around. Okay, so cops are gone. No more spooking out. They're pretty nice around here, though, it seems. I haven't gotten in trouble yet. That's soon to come. Kind of good I seen this, because I woke up thinking, like, I'm not going to do any of this. Like, I'm just going to go home, because there's a lot of stuff going on at my house. And there's a lot of greedy people creating a lot of lies. Like, their own stories don't match each story. So I was just waking up thinking I need to leave and go home. And, well, home, there is no home for me, but go back to where my garbage is collected at, like my TVs and my 70-inch and my 55-inch and shit that I can't just throw in the car and run away with very easily. Of course, like 6 guitars and shit. Recording equipment, computers to do it, although my computer's pretty good here, but you just still need massive computers to do engineering. Okay, so I'm gonna go on down the road again. But who's in here right now? Yeah, what's up, Maria? Okay, so trying to get a couple drinks of some liquid in here. So, yeah, they fell for the bait. That was mostly bait. Like, anything, like, are they not showing the rest, Maria? What's up, Zakaya? Are they showing like anything important that I did there? They usually don't. They always, actually, you know, it was weird. Israeli Cool posted like a really beautiful picture of me. And I was like, what are you guys trying to make people like me or something? But I misspelled like every word in the thing I wrote, so it looked like I was a retard, so it would bait them. Just like in that video, I dropped several bait lines. And that was probably the biggest one right there, was going in there. But at first, the whole point of that, as I said before, was why the cops showed up. The whole point of me attacking whites is why the cops showed up. First of all, I don't need to educate non-whites. You know, it's not my job to tell black people what they need to do in their communities, and it's not my job to tell, you know, everyone else what they need to do in their communities. But, dude, the cops just pulled up again with their lights out. And, dude, why are they like, dude, that cop like pulled up to drive by me with his lights on, and then he pulled up to drive by me with his lights on. Like, I'm getting scared. Maybe I should just like get off this right now, and I should get on a camera where I'm like recording stuff. I've only got one device on me right now. I didn't think of anything, man, because these cops have been kind of nice out here the last few days, so. But this looks weird when a cop keeps pulling up to you and turning his lights on, and just, it's like to let me know or something. They know I'm here. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but why are they doing that? That's the second time now. Anyways, if that happens again, I am definitely cutting this short. So you're saying they didn't show anything of importance that I said, really? I was going to like walk around the neighborhood and check out the neighborhood, but now I'm scared too, because I'm parked in the grass at the hostel, and who knows what their next trick is. Maybe I'd try to ask someone around here what's that mean when the cops come up here, but I don't think no one around here speaks English. They get confused when I start asking questions, and then I look like a hostile person apparently, and they think I'm being hostile. So yeah, they're not gonna like, David Duke is definitely not gonna like air me say anything intelligent, because I've been like trying to get him to talk for years here. Hey, hold on, I'm gonna pause this for a second. Hey y'all, can I ask you a question? You guys can speak English, right? Hey, when that cop comes up and then turns his lights on and just drives by and doesn't do nothing, does that mean anything?
They patrol in the area.
That's normal for them to turn their lights on just to patrol the area?
Yeah, they do it at night, they do it in the day, they do it all the
Where you at? That house over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you a visitor.
Yeah, at the hostel.
I can tell. That's like a
Yeah.
They were rolling up. But I see a lot of them white people up down the street.
Yeah.
But this not a bad area. It used to be. So what they do, they clean it up so they couple eye safety. You know what I mean? So I live there. I always see you guys come and go. But yeah, it's cool. If they don't throw trouble, you smoke when you walk down there, bothers.
Yeah, I noticed. I even accidentally swerved in front of cops like twice since I've been here, and they ain't pulled me over. But where I'm from in Columbus, Ohio, I'd be sitting downtown for something like that.
There's too much shit going on down here. They looking for killers and murderers, robbers, drugs. They looking for that type of shit. So as long as you just chill, they ain't worried about it. You probably got no license, light, headlight out. Them.
Cool.
You was good here.
All right, thanks for explaining that. Have a good one. All right, so apparently that is normal in this area, you guys. And that's kind of what I was thinking too. There's just too much real stuff going on around here for the cops to worry about someone small. But then again, what am I about to do, right? What am I about to do? because if I go out here and start this, then I will definitely attract the attention of these people, and I will be escalated from crazy white person status to something else, and then I can pull out if things do get escalated while I'm down here. I can pull this out. You know, this is the card I play. Like these people can easily associate me with Jesus, and they're being told that Jesus was a Hebrew, and so a Hebrew means Jewish. And so then I'm like, oh, well, all the pictures on your wall, like, I look like that dude. So like, maybe I am. And, like I told Caitlin Bennett in this video, it's also partly about psychology as well. I mean, obviously, it's a lot about psychology. I'm hiding bait in there. I'm not trying to bait any of y'all on my channel, really. I'm sarcastic, and that probably definitely comes off. Like when I go here, like in this video. Let's see, where's my little dot?
Are you living on?
You look pretty white to me.
I look kind of Jewish. We're going to take over America and put the government and the elite in prison and take all their assets.
What are you even talking about?
You're white.
What have I
paying
done?
Taxes for these people to murder for the last.
See, right there, I'm not recognizing that Caitlin Bennett is probably one of the blonde ones, because again, just like Donald Trump fooled all y'all, except for I could have been fooled by Donald Trump too, except for I looked at who his family was. But Donald Trump came into my life before they ran the election, and instantly that was like red flag, red flag, red flag. Bunch of rich, like the richest people in the world are wanting me to hang out with them, and I'm like, I don't think so, dude. I'm like, that's not who I'm working for. And I think this street out here is busy, so I'm gonna turn back too. So that's just me throwing the bait out there. Like clearly, I'm making more videos of who's who and who's Jew than almost anyone. Matthew North made for like 8 years. I was making non-videos and posting at places like Twitter, Facebook, NBC, ABC, CBS, every YouTube channel comments, and I would hit the top comments, so they would have to ban me to erase whatever I say from the top comment and highlighted comment. I think these days YouTube takes care of that, and like has my channel like somehow, I don't know, I seem to get blocked pretty freaking fast sometimes. It's almost like it was never there in the first place sometimes. And then, you got to misspell everything, like J3W and stuff like that, because sometimes those filters don't let you say those magic words. But this is just bait. So, like, the whole point of me saying that is because I'm at a liberal protest. I'm like, I'm telling the liberals that they're to blame for all the war. That was the pre-15-minute game show warm-up that attracted the police, that made them call the police. Like the liberals leaders were the ones who called the police to me. They ask Caitlin Bennett why the police showed up to the event. Sure, she's not gonna do anything but lie. She'll be like, oh, I wasn't even there yet. It's like, well, yeah, technically, but I don't know, man. I think they're working with those protest leaders because they're the same people. It's the same JEW. And I don't know what to do next. But they fell for that bait, and that's kind of cool y'all dropped that off, because like I said, I woke up this morning and I was just like, I ain't doing none of this shit no more, because I'm on a time limit. And it's not even my TV I care about. I've got shit, man. Dude, do I ever have shit? Now that I think of it, And these people are talking about inspecting my house and shit. And I know what that means. That means if I'm not there, they're going to be going through my shit and taking shit. And who knows? Like I should not discuss that topic anymore. Like they just told me weed was illegal here in Florida because there's bigger crimes than using drugs and stuff, or in Miami area. And it's like, yeah, well, in my city, if you're a pothead with long hair and an ounce of weed might put you in jail for a long time. It'll definitely disrupt all of your communication systems. Like, they use these things just like they use talking about the Jew to completely wreck your life. And so I don't want to go into detail because I'm not going to incriminate myself. But I woke up this morning just thinking that is so dumb, me not going back like right away. And it really is. Like, at a certain point, I'm expecting to get a call telling me I shouldn't like go back to Columbus because, you know, people are looking for me, you know, Nazis with badges. Oops, yeah. Apparently I have appointments I'll be missing too tomorrow, so yeah, whatever. So yeah, that was bait. Anyone new to my channel, you don't know that, but everyone else has probably seen that. And I've been playing this word game with them for like 10 years because they block me and censor me, so I have to drop the bait. Like, David Duke and Alex Jones are part of the mainstream media. They are the same bloodline. I mean, I don't know if David Duke is, but David Duke's obviously covering up for them enough that he is most likely one of them. Damn, it's fucking hot out here, man. I'm like sweating and shit. It does no good to take a shower because you just walk outside and start sweating again. Okay, yeah, so they're part of that, man. They run this narrative. That's why he edits the video. That's why he doesn't show me confronting InfoWars about being Jewish. That's why he didn't confront InfoWars about being Jewish, because he couldn't, man. Because that's like, you know, the final key. That's what I'm saying in this video. That's like when I approached Kaitlin Bennett, I made sure that no other words got out. Like, I didn't even have the patience to set it up, right? Like, I could have set it up smoothly, but I didn't know InfoWars was even going to be there. I was there in liberal mode with the liberals, and I was telling the liberals that they're guilty of like genociding black people and Arabs and all that because they're working for the Jews. So yeah, I was in like a totally different mood than you guys have seen before, you know, from liberals or Republicans. No one approaches the liberals and says, hey, you liberals are guilty of all these war crimes and terrorism and global genocide because you're working with the Jew to fabricate a narrative that you're actually peaceful people who want change. And when you just work inside their narrative, you protect the narrative and you protect their agenda and what goes on. And so that's really the summary of that entire thing. But then InfoWars showed up, and so I went straight for the throat, and I said the key is Alex Jones' children are Jewish blood. And then she goes on to say, well then, you can't attack people's children and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, hell yes I can. Like, that's telling me who your bloodline is, who you're devoted to. Like, unless you're a crackhead or something really messed up, you love your kids probably more than anyone, including yourself. So that is the importance to the propaganda from these people, is the little narrative they have going on getting broken up. So I'm gonna close this. It's probably running a little long for me just talking about this little video, or I'll look at the comments first. What's up, man? Who's Tulsi? Oh, Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah. See, I don't even watch the media. Y'all tell me about this, and then I got to look into it. So I looked into who Tulsi Gabbard is because one of y'all talked about that. But is really has Gabbard come out as being a Jewsie? I sent $5 to David Duke once, and that's because I thought I supported him, and then I sent like a couple bucks at Alex Jones, I think. Damn it, man. Okay, yeah, so but that was a waste. But he's just doing that, like, that just makes her seem like a inbox candidate. Because I tried to, like, be somewhat friendly in my postings or non-biased in my postings to David Duke, and he decided that it wasn't important that Trump's family is all Jewish. And like right there, that just tells you, if he doesn't care about that, if he doesn't care that the media said, or Eric said that Eric Trump said that Duke deserves a bullet in his head. You know, he didn't care about that at all. You know, if that was legit and not a game that we're playing to make it look like, you know, Trump hates the KKK and stuff like that, and if they weren't formulating a narrative like that, David Duke should have been like, yeah, wait a minute, like, the leader of the world is calling to have me shot, and like, no one did anything about it either. No one did shoot him. That was even more odd. It's like, how come no Trump follower shot him? Like, that was weird. That is how they do the mind control a lot of times. They drug the water, they drug you through the doctors, and then they push subliminal messages through the TV. And you watch the TV or read the newspaper, and that stuff gets into your head, and they program you, you know, oh, this happened, these people did this, these people are invading Europe, this and that. You got to defend yourself and all this. And they just drop the drugs in there to make you, like, operating at a lower brainwave. And then they tell you through the TV what's going on. And they tell you through the movies and stuff. They'll condition you how to act. Like, they'll condition you how, like, a psychopath or a schizophrenic acts. Like, and I noticed, like, people started using a lot of those code words. And then around the beginning of the year, you had Punisher series coming out, which of course is fronted by JEW, one of them Jews. And like, the whole premise of series 2 was, I don't mean to talk about Hollywood stuff, but I'm just, you know, telling you how, like, I see it in people. The whole premises of it was, he was fighting, which one was it? A Bullseye? I think he ends up being Bullseye or something. I don't know. He's got whoever this person is, he's got a cracked face and all that. But I kept thinking that he was going to be Bullseye for some reason. I think he was, like, throwing knives well placed or something like that. Someone was. Who knows? Maybe I'm completely remembering it wrong. I only watched it like once. But I do know that they like framed him as being mental and schizo, and so they were like, you know, teaching you that people are mental and schizo, and like, so those words was in everyone's mouth, and I bet you it was in the other programming too, like daytime soap operas, possibly daytime talk show TV type stuff, because that started showing up. People started repeating those words at the beginning of the year, and at the beginning of the year, I made the comment several times, people are starting to use these words like they've been programmed to do it. And that's what they're going to do. That's what they do. They use their little code words. And I just found it odd that no one actually did shoot David Duke because of that. But I'm pretty sure they all work together, because wouldn't David Duke report on that? Why would David Duke allow those Jewish families to remain in power? If he claims he's so against them, why would he allow Trump's family to be in power if he knew that their whole family was Jewish blood? Or, the media went back on one of their accounts, but it's like, hey, and let's go with what you said the first time. If you're going back on stuff, I'll just stick with what you said the first time, because usually when people go back on stuff, it's not because they were wrong the first time, especially involving stuff like this, like serious issues, like the highest level criminality in the world. Yeah, when you're interrogating people, or when you're dealing with bad people and they go back on their word, you take the first word. So Eric Trump had a Jewish wedding, and he was married. Was he the one married by Ruth Ginsburg? No. Yeah, I think. Was it Kushner? Was Kushner the one who married them? Either way, they had it under the Chapua, the Jewish veil or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't want to know anything about weddings, damn it. The thing they stand under, canopy or whatever, the Chapua, I think they said it's called. So they've reported on him being Jewish. So why doesn't David Duke ever talk about that stuff? It's just like, it seems like a little deception that he's always talking about this nonsense and stuff. And at least he fell for that bait, because that's the purpose of some of that is to shut them up, shut it down. I'm trying to shut it down. I'm using their methods against them. Like, I'm not trying to use it against y'all so much. I'm like just sarcastic. That's me. That's not necessarily me like doing that for psychoanalysis purposes. But when I do confront these people and go to these groups, I am definitely trying to use their own narrative against them, because I know why the liberals are there. The liberals aren't there because they want to hear InfoWars Caitlin Bennett talk about how they're libtards and how they're evil because they're anti-pro-gun. Like the liberals I know have guns. So I wouldn't even discuss why are liberals anti-gun when guns are legal in the Constitution. I wouldn't even discuss that, because that's a red herring that InfoWars and the Republicans have created, and the mainstream and the alternative media has created, because I know liberals who pull out guns, and that's that. You can't have a communist revolution unless you have some guns. And I'm quite sure they are aware of that, but their media says they're anti-gun. So that would just be a false narrative. So I went in there, with the real narrative, telling them that they're working for the Jews and that they are actually supporting the causes they claim they're against, because they're working with people who are keeping their narrative in a box and not giving them real options, real alternatives, real action. It's just a bunch of phony baloney. And that's that. So I'm going to close this. This is getting a little long-winded here. Check out, of course I just said that before. I checked out the comments, going to look at them again. And tired of the rat race. Yeah, I never even participated in the rat race, but I'm tired of watching the rats race, that's for sure. Zakaya said, Sean, aren't you tired of the rat race too? And so that was my response to that. I never really participated in it. But it gets a little, like, I guess this is me participating in it, right? This is the participation I've done in it. It's the last 10 years of me spending a lot of time researching all this. Like I said, I woke up this morning and I was like, I'm just going back. And then I seen that. Then I got this like about 5-10 minutes after I got this notification on my video. That was very weird timing too, because it's like I woke up and I thought, yeah, I'm tired of this political rat race. But the biggest thing is see, my rat race ain't like everyone else's. Like a lot of y'all is just, working your jobs and, doing this slave thing. And I'm like a fugitive from the rat race. And that's its own rat race, to be on the run from the rat race. And then I kind of hopped into it with this stuff. And then so this morning I was just thinking, man, yeah, being a fugitive from the rat race is just as tiring as it is being a member of the rat race, being in the rat race, a contestant in the rat race, whatever you want to call it. Because I gotta, they tell you how to live the rat race life, right? Like, it's a pretty simple rule. You just take money as fast as you can and collect it as much as you can. And try not to spend it as fast as you can. But being a fugitive from the rat race, they don't tell you how to do that because they don't want you to do that. So you got to learn the hard way by dealing with cops and society and people who reject you because you clearly don't look like you're participating in the rat race. So I'm gonna close this out. You guys, you gals, guys, anyone watching, you have a good day. I can't be doing too much talking. If I'm gonna try to do something here, I've got to figure out what I'm doing. I've already got I think I got the supplies and materials I need, but I gotta get some trash bags, some contractor bags to cover up the signs, because the way it's been like raining out here, it's just like instant floods in like 10 seconds. And, so that's the end of my sign. And then I've chosen some different glue, and the different glue I bought might not have been the best choice. I was trying to save time because just driving back and forth to different stores around here is taking a lot of time. And I was trying to save a couple bucks, which I probably shouldn't have. My previously used adhesion methods for my signs, I don't have the workspace to use it because I was using spray glue, and I need an indoor place where I don't have wind blowing to use spray glue. And in fact, who knows, I might have a real hard time making a sign at all because wind. I noticed when I tried to go outside to make my signs before, I couldn't do it at all because the wind just would get in the way. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try something here. I'll figure it out though. And who knows, maybe I'll end up getting a phone call saying I shouldn't come back to Columbus. It's not safe for me there. But until then, I think I'm gonna push on what I'm doing here. Not sure what to do and how badly they're gonna treat me when I do it. So maybe I won't even be able to make it back to Columbus. But I've got some stuff planned out. I just got to deal with what I'm going to do with the signs. If you guys have any ideas for the best bait signs I could get, I'm looking to inform people and bait them at the same time. So drop those ideas in the comments. I've already got tons of ideas, and probably reformulate some of the old signs I did. Not as high quality printout as my first sign. That takes time and knowledge of the area you live in to get a good printer. Although I did see some awesome Mexican prints. I don't think there's Mexicans here. I think they're all like Cubans and stuff, Hispanics, and Haitians. I did see some awesome sign plays. I meant to write that down. I'll look that up. I'm on this video right now and look that up. If you guys got any ideas for what to do about the signs and the slogans, go ahead and drop those in the comment. See ya. Have a good time. Have a good day. Whatever it is in your part of the world. If I can find this thing that turns this video off.